Hello and welcome to Youth Online. My name's Clint Hendry. I'm the Next Gen pastor here at Reverb.Church. And today we're talking about choosing our friends wisely, part 2. Do we choose our friends? Do we truly choose? Or do we just befriend those around us who happen to get in our way? In our narrow view of life, sometimes we think that we have no choice about who our friends are. We accept whomever fate puts in our way. Now, while that's partially true, the other part of that truth is that God's will is always exercised in our freedom of choice. So we need to choose our friends. That choice is most often exercised in weeding out people who are not good for us. Remember that friendship is an investment, and we should only invest in relationships that are going to be good for us. That doesn't mean that we're not called to love everybody God brings in our path. But the question is how much we should invest in a personal relationship. Listen to God's expectation, His hope, His design for friendship in John 15, 12 and 13, which says, "This is my commandment, that you love and unselfishly seek the best for one another." Think about that. This is Jesus' design for friendship, and He says, "This is my commandment, that you would love and unselfishly seek the best for one another, just as I have loved you." And He goes on to say, "No one has a greater love nor stronger commitment than to lay his life down for a friend." This is a pretty high standard for friendship, and it's not easy to do, so we better choose our friends well. So today, let me give you 4 guidelines for choosing your friends. Number 1, choose friends who bring out the best in you. Some people bring out the best in us, others drag us into the gutter. If we're hanging around people who gossip and complain, who are negative, or especially who are strongly attracted to sin, man, we should not be spending time with them. Spend time with people who lift you up, who keep you positive, who lead you to goodness and godliness. Number 2, choose friends who support and nurture your relationship with God. There's no better friendship than the one of which both people are seeking to love as Jesus loved. Seek out friends who are pursuing God. Find people who you can talk to about God, who you can talk to God about, who can encourage you in their faith and you and theirs. Number 3, choose friends who are willing as you to invest in your relationship. Listen to this very important relationship principle laid out in 2 Corinthians 6:14. It says, "Do not be yoked together with unbelievers. For what do righteous and wickedness have in common? Or what fellowship can light have with darkness?" Paul tells us in 2 Corinthians not to be unevenly yoked. So let's take a minute and unpack that illustration. A yoke is a wooden bar that joins 2 oxen to each other that are carrying the burden together. An unequally yoked team has one stronger ox and one weaker, or one taller, one shorter. The weaker or the shorter ox will walk more slowly than the taller, stronger one, causing the load to go around in circles. When oxen are unequally yoked, they can't perform the very simple task of walking in a straight line together. Instead of working together, they're at odds with each other. That's what Paul was telling us in this example. Invest in people who are equally willing to invest themselves into the relationship. To invest in a relationship with someone who is not willing to invest equally is a recipe for being used, neglected, and hurt. Friendship is an ongoing choice to give and to serve one another. Number 4, choose friends who are willing to challenge you and keep you accountable. Do your friends help you stay on the path for doing what is right? We need people in our life who love us and accept us even with our faults, but to encourage us to be better and to do better. These are just 4 criteria to help you decide what kind of people to pursue friendships with, as God defined in John 15, which again says this: just as Jesus' encouragement to us is that His commandment is that we would love and unselfishly seek the best for one another, just as He loved us. And no one has a greater love nor stronger commitment than to lay down his own life for his friends. So again, we encourage you today to choose your friends and to choose your friends wisely. Hey, we thank you for joining us today, and until next time, we hope you have a fantastic day.